How's it going, folks? So today I want to expound a little bit on the extension and the retraction of the karambit and how to use it effectively. So if I'm in this forward position and I have the karambit in my leading hand, there are a couple of things I can do with it. I can strike with it, I can block with it, I can hook with it, kind of get the arm out of the way and cut, or I can, again, stab with it. The extension position is pretty much exactly the same thing. I can cut with it, and then cutting to the face, cutting to the head, cutting to the groin, if you know what I mean. But then I have to be able to transition back to the ice pick grip, because this is going to be your bread and butter grip. Now, to be able to do that effectively, you have to practice for hours sitting here and going from the ice pick to the extension, because it's not a natural motion for a lot of people to do. It's pretty hard motion to do, plus it does end up damaging your hand a little bit. See that red from it? Yeah, so anyway. So this extension and retraction is very important. But the thing is, the extension and retraction is important in different aspects. Number one, I've done this on only one plane, okay? Only vertical. But it's possible to do it horizontally, completely flat, against, like, following the equator. You can do it at angles, all different kinds of angles. And the thing that you have to remember is that if you're not careful with this knife, it will come back and bite you. Just like that. In fact, on Karambit.com, there's a badge that you get, that you can buy, and it is called the Karambit Noob patch. That's a guy holding a knife with the karambit dug into his hand like that, a little bit of blood coming from it. Now we're going to move away from this fixed blade and we're going to go into the folder. Now this is a Smith & Wesson folder. It's probably one of the better folders that I have, even though it has a lot of blade play in it. The same thing applies for this folder, okay? So I can strike with it, I can use the back end and strike with it, or I can do the regular knife things, which is cut, stab, extend, cut, do all that fun stuff. The thing with the folder is that you actually have to kick it up a notch, because now it's closed, right? It's in the closed position. You have to figure out a way how to open it. You have to get this knife into a usable fashion, okay? So there are a couple of different things, and there's a modification on this knife that I'll end up showing you. So the first thing is, how do you do that? Well, with a regular knife, you can pretty much pump it up. You can hit it against something and it will open up. You can, let me get in here, you can use the thumb holes to open it up, but then you're in this position. It's conducive, but it's not necessarily the best way to use this knife. So the trick that I found, that I actually enjoy doing the most, is actually getting the knife moving and then opening it up. I'm going to show you that again, and I'll actually slow it down. So you're playing between the regular position, the ice pick grip, and the extension position, and you keep flipping, and you open it up, okay? So you keep flipping between the extension and the ice pick grip, and then you just pop it open. So what I'm doing is, as this blade comes over, I'm actually gripping the edge of the blade, or the spine of the blade, not the edge. I'm gripping the spine with my pinky and then allowing it to be thrown open with the centrifugal force. The next thing that I have is I actually modified this knife and cut a little notch in there. And so what that notch does is, if it hooks onto something, it opens, okay? So that can come right out of your pocket. It can open, can come on a piece of, well, shirt fabric's not the best, but so say if I take this piece of shirt, right, I can pop it open and just open it up like that. So it's a great knife if you have the ability to go from this, open it up in different ways, that gives you a lot of mobility when it comes to using this knife. Plus, if you put it in your pocket and then, well, can't show it to you, I will later, but if you put it in your pocket and then pop it open, it's pretty intimidating. Plus, it's very intimidating if you're standing there flipping this knife and then suddenly it's open and people are like, whoa, what are you doing? So keep that in mind when practicing. Be safe. Please do not hurt yourself with these things. I have had friends who have really hurt themselves, and I don't want any of my subscribers to end up that way. So until next time, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.